thank God we do not have to sit through Stipe Miocic versus John Jones anymore. Guys, I know this news has been out for a few days now, but I'm just now getting my thoughts out on it, and I'm not going to sit here and break down, all right, Pavlovich, he's a heavy hitter, and Aspinall is really well-rounded. You guys know all that. It's all been broken down by now. What I'm going to talk about is just an early prediction and how I see this fight going and how much better of a fight this is, okay? I don't want to see geriatric old man Stipe, who just got folded, coming off of a damn near 3-year layoff, versus John Jones, who should not be the pound-for-pound number one fighter, coming off of one win within the last 3 years. Nothing about that fight really excited me, guys. And if you are a longtime viewer of the channel, I made a video talking about Stipe and John Jones when they first announced it. I was asking you guys, does this fight really excite you? Because it didn't excite me at all. To me, I just thought it was a legacy fight. And by legacy fight, I mean it'll look good on paper for whoever wins it, which, likely would have been John. But I'm just really glad we don't have to see that fight anymore, because, God, this is so much better. This is 2 new generation heavyweights going at it, and guys, I think I'm leaning Pavlovich. All right? I think the skill of Aspinall should not be denied or underestimated at all. I think Aspinall is one of the new top dogs in the heavyweight division because he has actual athleticism, great skill, great striking, good on the ground, amazing takedowns. But I'm leaning Pavlovich because Aspinall has a habit of just kind of leaving that chin up there in the air, all right? You guys know what I'm talking about. Sometimes he gets a little... Listen, he's won all his fights, all right? Don't get me wrong. But we saw it even in the Tybura fight. Once he realized he had Tybura in trouble, he kind of just gets a little excited, all right? He gets a little overexcited, and he just leaves that chin up there. And I think that's perfect for Pavlovich to just sneak in a nice check hook right on there and sit him down. Now, one thing I don't love about Pavlovich is he has knockdown power, but he doesn't necessarily have knockout power. A lot of his UFC finishes have been TKOs, not necessarily like a one-punch knockout. And I think that Aspinall, he hasn't been touched very much at all. I think Aspinall is going to have a better chance of recovering from a knockdown more than Pavlovich would. But nonetheless, guys, I'm going with Pavlovich. He's built like a fridge. Not to mention, he's been training going into this fight. He's been training to be the backup. A lot of guys don't know this, but Pavlovich was actually selected as the backup for Jones versus Gane and Jones versus Stipe. So I think he's been working on nothing but takedown defense, nothing but wrestling defense, and I don't think he's much of a, I guess you could say, a turtle off of his back anymore. There was a point in time where if you put Pavlovich on his back, he's like a turtle. He doesn't really know what he's doing, right? We're not there anymore, all right? Pavlovich is getting more well-rounded by the day. Aspinall is taking this on 2 weeks' notice. Now, one thing I'll say is I don't think this fight is going to be close, and I don't think this fight is going to go out of the first 2 rounds. What do I mean by that? We're not seeing a back-and-forth slugfest, all right? I think it's going to be one-way traffic all the way for one of them. It's either going to be Pavlovich or it'll be Aspinall. Someone's getting finished in the first round, and if it's Aspinall, I think it'd be a submission. If it's Pavlovich, it's probably going to be TKO. But yeah, man, let me know your thoughts on this fight, guys. I love this way more than I like John and Stipe, and I'm rooting for my guy Pavlovich. I like both of these guys. I do. And I know that Aspinall is more marketable, but I just think the skill and the power and the boxing of Pavlovich, it can't be denied, especially after that Blades fight. Of course, Blades was kind of shooting sloppy takedowns, but nonetheless, he defended the takedowns, right? So, yeah. Also, something I want to say, guys, I have a feeling that whoever wins this interim heavyweight title, I have a belt. Shoot. I have a belt myself. As you guys can see, I won that. Trust me. All right. I think the winner of this is not going to unify the belts because the UFC has still said they want to make Jones versus Stipe next year, which I think is just ridiculous. This could be its own video, my rant on this fight. I hate this fight so much. And I hate that the UFC thinks, well, the fans want it. No one really wants it. The John Jones fans want it. You know why? Because they know he'll win, okay? Yes, I got a Minecraft pillow behind me. You guys can see it. But I don't think that this belt will be unified in the cage. I think whoever wins it will eventually be promoted to undisputed champion, and John and Stipe are going to ride off into the sunset, which the fact that they're both going to retire after that fight just kind of removes the legitimacy of it one more time. Like, you have the undisputed heavyweight champion taking on the best heavyweight of all time, but is washed up, knocked out in his last fight, hasn't won in years. By the time they fight, he probably won't have won in 4 years. And they're both just going to retire after? This is the real belt. This is the title fight. This is what everyone wants to see, all right? Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know your thoughts on this fight. Do you think it's going to be Aspinall? Do you think it's going to be the Russian fridge, Pavlovich? Yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one.